Hello, all. Welcome back to Media Madame. Tonight we have case number 49 that we're going to jump right into. On the way in, please make sure that you speak, share the live. If you are watching on replay, hello. Please make sure you say hi as well. And let's get into the show. Tonight is case number 49, like I said, and the title is, oh my God, Not Y'all Splitting Beds and Splitting Attitudes. So we will have our show opening tonight. I think we have 4 stories. We have 4 stories tonight. So, just a minute. So opening tonight, I think we have, I need to make sure my backup screen is on. Sorry about that. So let me put on my glasses so I can see these stories. Okay. Let's see. Tonight the stories are messy. All of them are messy. The opinions I'm going to give is real. Accountability is real. I do have some feedback for one of them. Not professional advice, of course. Although I am a professional, but you have to pay me for that. So let's get right into the cases, and I will read the disclaimer, and we will jump right in. Give me 1 second. Perfect. Move my phones. You know, sometimes when I listen to the replay, I can hear the phones buzzing in the background. I'm not sure how to fix that, but I will work on it. So let's see. Okay. All stories shared in this broadcast are alleged and submitted for entertainment, commentary, and educational purposes only. I do not know these individuals personally, and all opinions expressed are based on solely the information provided. Oh my gosh. We are here to discuss behavior, patterns, and decision making, not to harass, bully, or incite harm towards anyone mentioned. So you never know. You'll be surprised how many people hear their own shit on a show or something that sounds so similar that they literally think somebody that they know did it. So in that case, if that's you, listen to the solutions. I could probably help you fix it. I'm just saying. So always I go back in, well, not always, lately I go back in, and for the stories that we have listened to and for the information that you guys share, I do go in and make sure that I comment what we say. So all of these I commented already, but if you guys give any additional information, I'll make sure to do it. Make sure again you speak on the way in. It will be just me tonight, just little old me. So let's jump into story number 1. This should go rather quickly. So, story number 1. You can share that bed, but I won't. So, this one is an Am I the Jerk story. Am I the jerk for booking my own hotel room for a group trip after they ignored one thing I asked for, and now everyone is mad at me that the cost went up? See what you did, friend? Over here, we're royals. But let me tell you guys, these stories are our guests, because some of these stories, I know my people is above this. This wouldn't be us. And then some of these stories is us so much that the shit is funny. Let's go. One of my close friends is having a milestone birthday, and her sister organized a trip for the group of us. 8 women. Long weekend in another city. I was in from the start. I said yes immediately. I was excited. That's important. Tell me how important it is when you doing a group trip that you say yes first and somebody else gets considered that came in a day of paying. Some bullshit. But let's see what happens. Before anything was booked, the sister sent out a survey. Oh, asking for preferences. Okay, let's see how this goes. She asked for budget, sleeping arrangements, dietary stuff, activities. I filled it out honestly. My one firm request was a private sleeping space. I said I don't need anything fancy. I just need to not share a bed with someone. Reasonable. I said I would happily sleep on the couch or a cot or the floor. Wow, before I would share a bed with a person I don't know. Sounds fair, right? I am not 22 anymore. I'm a grown woman. I snore. I sleep wild. I have a whole nighttime routine. Does your routine include nasty stuff? You nasty. I am not crawling into a queen bed with a stranger and pretending that's fine. Cow King over here, baby. The sister sent out the accommodation options a couple of weeks later. The one everybody voted for is a three-bedroom space where there are two of the rooms have one bed each, and the third room has a pullout for eight. Hmm. Three sleeping surfaces, right? That means a minimum of two people per bed and two on the pullout. I said I wasn't comfortable with that and pointed out that there's another option with more beds for about $40 more per person. Right there. They all voted for the cheaper one anyway, every single one of them. So I booked a hotel room blocks away. I paid for it myself. I told the group I would be at every single activity and every event and dinner, and I was not bailing on the trip. I just needed my own sleeping space, and I would cover the cost entirely on my own. Solution. You would think I told them I wasn't coming at all. The sister said my pulling out of the accommodations meant the cost per person went up for everyone else. But you legit just got a whole cost by yourself. I don't give a fuck. Which, yes, it did, about $35. I said I understood. I understood that, and I'm sorry, but I gave my boundary up front and it wasn't factored into the plan. The sister says she wished I had just gone along with it and kept everything simple. My friend whose birthday it is hasn't said anything negative. She actually told me privately she understood and wasn't upset. But the vibe in the group chat is very much I'm the difficult one. I asked for one thing. I was surveyed about it. I answered it honestly. They ignored it. I solved it myself at my own expense, and somehow I'm still the problem. Am I the jerk? No. Let me tell you why you're not the jerk, okay? First of all, there's something about this that's telling me there's some mean spirited girls in here. And all of them know each other, and you are the only one that knows your friend because you weren't comfortable sharing a room with somebody. That means you don't know them like that. But they must all know each other because they didn't give a shit how you felt. And now they're paying $35 more when they could have just paid the 40 and considered you. Also, as the person that's giving an event, there comes a time when you are more comfortable having your own room. In your 20s, you're new to traveling. You kind of don't want to be in a space by yourself, especially when you're away. You want to stay up and chat with your person, even if you guys all get along. You do pair up, and child, me, my two sisters have slept in a bed before when we went to Dominican because we was just up all night. It was like the sleepover night. So those things happen with people that you are comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with that, that like is one of the top things that should be considered is beds and bathrooms, especially with girls. Eight girls and you guys are doing different events. No. The sister, when she got the survey, hence her doing the survey, should have stuck to what the survey said. Otherwise, now you have disrespected me because you asked me, and I put that my top concern is to not be sharing a space by my with anybody else, that I want to be by myself, and you didn't consider that. So I, in turn, said, okay, I could tell the vibe is y'all are all cool. Y'all are all going to do what you want to do. You can have it. No problem. I'll go get me a hotel room that I can pick the accommodations that I want. I can be comfortable and I'll be there for everything. Here's my other problem. Friend. Best friend or friend? Let me see. Friend. My friend shared privately. That's a problem for me. Because also, if it's my event and I see that things are going wrong, I want everybody to be comfortable. And I'm pretty sure, friend, you can tell the vibe in the chat is that, oh, hey, bestie, and tell me if I'm wrong. Tell the people I'm not lying. I'm
You're
sure,
not lying.
thank you. I'm sure you could tell the vibe in the chat is off for your other friend. You have to be considerate of other people, especially where females are concerned. I know what asshole tendency is in each of my friends. Everybody has an asshole tendency, especially women, especially when you're about to be around women, because you want to be comfortable. I would have gotten a hotel also. We would have. We would. And we
You
would
already know.
You already know we would. I've done it plenty of times. I've had it done to me plenty of times. Just because there is one couple that the husband snores really, really loud. So she's just not comfortable sharing with anybody. So I get that. Why would I care? And they came, the thing was we're gonna have breakfast together. They were there for breakfast in their pajamas. They utilized our space to get dressed. So they still integrated in that space. You don't think this girl don't want to not be by herself at a hotel that's away and you're in another city? You guys didn't consider her safety or nothing. I don't know. When I book anything, even in Virgin Islands, I'll give Virgin Islands as an example. It was COVID time and I booked a seven, five, five bedroom, six, something like that. Six, 5 or 6 bedroom villa. This villa was bad as fuck. But the quarters for me was like you had to go outside and go downstairs. Then there was another like off the pool area, and that was a whole space. And then I believe it was like 3 or 4 bedrooms in the house. Hello, it was 3 or 4 bedrooms in the house. Well, when we got there, my identity had just been stolen. The girls that got there before me did exactly what I asked them not to do. We had a whole conference call. I said, look, I'm already on edge. My identity's been stolen. When you get a driver or pick a driver, go with main companies. Don't be friendly. Don't do whatever. What did the girls do? You went with somebody local. You then told them how amazing we are, all of the things. So we show up Gucci down to the socks with a motherfucker with a gun in the car.
Oh my God.
Oh no, I'm not playing. So we get there, and as soon as I touch down, I have about 3 or 4 messages on my phone. Hold on 1 second, I'm still talk. I have about 3 or 4 messages on my phone because my cousin got there first and one of my sisters. We had friends with us as well, but a cousin and a sister got there. They knew how serious it was because unfortunately, when you tell people, sometimes they don't think things are as serious as it is. Although with me, I don't know why the fuck you think I would tell you a whole story and have a conference call if it
Mm,
wasn't okay. No, I did not say my credit card was stolen. I said my identity. That's completely different. Well, whatever. So I touch down, look at my phone, and it says, alert, some shit is going wrong, and I need to tell you in advance. You
mm,
mean like in advance for me picking up my luggage and coming outside? Okay. We get in the car, no lie. I have to start taking off my shit in there. Nothing else could be switched, right? You in a goddamn airport. Nothing else could
mhm.
take jewelry off. Me and cousin is trying to dress down as much as we can because in those other countries you have to be very careful. A Nike is a big deal to them. We get in the,
Correct.
this motherfucker. First question he asked me is, "Oh, what do I do? I heard you was a boss. I heard blah blah blah." Huh?
Oh my
So y'all,
God.
I'm not even lying. So Suge Knight became my uncle on the way. Because you
Okay.
gotta you better think quick. Suge Knight became my uncle. When I saw the gun, I was like, "Oh, that's a cute little gun. I like it." Because you got to play it off, right? Hmm.
Mhm.
Did all of that. Okay, so we get back to the villa. This is just getting dropped off. This man then goes with us to the store, comes inside the store, is putting stuff in our basket to buy for him.
Mm-mm.
I'm taking the shit out of the basket because I don't give a fuck where I am. You're not. We
You're
get
not
back to
pimping
this.
me.
We get back to the villa. Did he come in and sit down? Because he said that y'all owe him for driving him around just that day to get haircuts and pedicures, $500.
Can
Now
you
y'all
just
want
say
to hide?
anything?
You want to come get those of us that can fight, and y'all want to hide? I told me and my people coming inside because now we divided. Come inside. They can go talk to them because they're gonna pay them that money. Because he's gonna get out. Because did he just take out his gun and put it on the table? And I had to let him know I don't give a fuck about that gun. Because in real life at that point I didn't. I don't have sense when shit like
Wow.
that. I don't give a fuck about that gun. You can't kill all of us, and if you do, you just do. You're gonna go to hell and meet your maker. I don't give a fuck. But what you not, I'm not paying you shit. That is crazy. Anyway, they made some deal with him, and he gets out the house. Point being,
Wow.
women do not travel by themselves. And this girl is okay with being by herself simply because you guys did not consider her accommodation. She should be more mad at you. And as the friend, you should say something. I don't understand. That's why people don't want to travel. That's why bitches don't want to travel with, I'm sorry, women don't want to travel with bitches.
For real.
How y'all just don't consider this girl and you got an attitude with her? Oh, so the moral of the story is, and the slam dunk of the story is, guess who didn't get to stay in their suite? I didn't get to stay in my suite because guess where I'm sleeping now? Because now we on this villa way on the top of the hill that you can't even rent a car out here because you need to know how to drive out here. It's way worse than driving up a canyon and you
Oh,
need
wow.
a driver and you guys just pick helter skelter. And he knows where we are. And there's no
Right.
police. There's no none of that. So I cannot sleep downstairs by myself. I have to sleep upstairs in the room with Hilda. So now we got to switch rooms because I'm the birthday girl. I'm picking my room all over again.
Mm,
hmm So no, we didn't get to share it. And it was, oh, I'll go down there. Oh, nobody else is going to enjoy it either. Not going to enjoy my fucking room. Mm.
mm.
So yeah, that was the trip.
Damn.
Talking about not getting it. You guys want to know how much that villa was? $7,800.
You a lie from the pits of
4 days. No, I'm not. $7,800.
4 days. Damn, that's still a lot of money.
Absolutely. It was a badass motherfucking villa. I didn't get to enjoy it though. hmm
And did get to get your money back or nothing.
How could I get my money back? The owner didn't do nothing to me,
That's what I'm saying. That's so fucked up.
isn't it?
Oh,
So,
baby, that would have made me hotter than fish grease.
because it was my birthday. Mhm.
Mm, mm, mm.
So, be careful who you travel with. So, question: should the friend say something to the others? Is the sister out of line, and are the other girls tripping? And do you think they were being mean? If you saw that it was going to be $35, wouldn't you just say, let's switch to the other one and pay the additional $5 so the girl could be with y'all? Because it's easy to solve it. Why you got an attitude with the girl? You can solve it.
Correct.
Are y'all really mad at $35? Mm,
Mm, mm, mm.
bitches be tripping. So, are you the jerk? Absolutely not.
No.
They should be concerned for your safety. They actually should be, your friend should be more concerned about you. A true friend wouldn't want you to be off by yourself. She would want you to be with everybody else.
And what you mean you can't stand up for the girl? Like, what type is that? That's the sister or the friend?
So no, she said, well, let's see. My friend whose birthday it is hasn't said anything negative. She actually told me privately she understands it wasn't upset, but the vibe in the group chat is very much that I'm the difficult one. So they're treating the girl, the friend, away, but her friend, the birthday girl, told her privately, "Don't you think you should say it?"
Openly for everybody, so it won't be no problem. How dare you try to act like you in the middle and don't want to pick a side? Right is right, wrong is wrong. There is no side.
It's not. I don't think it's a side. I think it's, hey, y'all, I noticed that the vibe in the chat is getting a little off. I want everybody to know I'm okay with everything. As long as everybody's happy and we have a good time, I'm happy with everybody's selection. Or if it's time to pick another Airbnb, do we want to reconsider and keep looking for Airbnb so she can be included? If not, she's make sure that they know that she's the one making the exception. Do we want to look at another Airbnb to make sure that everybody's needs are being met? Or do we want to keep it the way that it is? Because my friend is, she's fine. She's booked her own room. She's paying more than everybody else. She has her own room. I would let it be known. Because my friend is sacrificing for me because somebody else might have said, oh, I'm not going. Your
Mm.
friend don't have to be there. You think I'm finna be there with seven bitches that's treating me different?
Right, because them your friends. They not my friends.
They clearly have to be her friends because she said, I'm not interested in sharing a bed with somebody I don't know. I'm not 22 anymore. And you're not.
I'm with her.
Y'all know
I'm 10 pounds. I'm
he
10
knows how
toes
I am.
down.
My bestie knows how I am. I'll drive my own car. I will caravan behind somebody, mostly because I take conversations. I'm on the phone with calls. I'm editing. I'm doing different things. I will drive my own car if we're going to the same destination. And
And
I'm the
I'll do it too
easiest.
because I like to do what I like to do, and I don't really give a fuck how you feel about it. So I'm
Right,
gonna be in my own car.
right.
Yeah, that's me for you.
I don't think you're the jerk. I don't think you're a jerk at all. I think your friend needs to say something because why let it keep going and going and going? And we know how chatty bitches are. They'll still keep sitting over there talking. They'll make it a big deal. They'll nitpick every single thing you do if they're nitpicking this. And then when you get there, they're going to take it out on you. They're going to be cool. You're going to be over here. Your friend either going to be pretending like she's split between the two, or acting like she don't notice it, and you're gonna be I wouldn't. I'm not for spending my money on something I'm not gonna enjoy myself. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't
At
go.
all.
So I could leave when friend, bestie. So I could leave when I'm ready to go and not be a burden to anybody else. Hell, my back could start hurting 20 minutes after I get there and I gotta leave, or I could want to stay and stay the night. I want to do what I want to do.
Hmm. And that's on period, poo.
That's on period. What's our final advice to her? What are we gonna tell her to do?
After seeing the chatty getting a little messy and making you feel slightly uncomfortable, I would just then go enjoy the trip by my goddamn self since you already booked and paid for your shit. I wouldn't try to be a part of their circle thing because my friend is acting unfriendly and her friends is bitchy and I don't want to be bothered. So fuck them. Go, go do that thing by yourself. Find another friend to go with.
It ain't no way my sister, my besties, any of y'all will put something together for me and not make sure that all of y'all was okay. Anybody that means something to me, it's people that cousin off. That's my cousin through marriage. You can't tell me she not blood of my blood and flesh of my flesh. She called my mama auntie mama, very close. She can go places without me and my family. When she walked up, people already knew who she was. They already knew who Harley was. I don't understand. That's not cool to treat somebody like that and think that they should come and feel like that. I'm not about being around people that I'm not comfortable with no more. I did it for a lot of years, way too many years, way too many fucking years. I want no, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go unless the friend did it. I wouldn't go. If that's a real friend, have a conversation with her. Some friends, if that's a pattern and you see it, this may be your opportunity to cut ties. Because that privately shit, when we got a whole group chat, absolutely not. I'm going on a trip with some girls to Miami, women that I have met on TikTok and become what I consider close until you meet somebody, right? Close with. I'm going on a trip with them. Do you know I tested it? I did. And it was during the Airbnb part or where we would stay. And my request was I need a bed to myself. That's it. Other than that, I'm fine. I don't care if it's in the same room with somebody. I just need a bed to myself, obviously for my back and different reasons. Do you know that each and every person's request, most of us for the most part, is like, oh, I really don't care about much. But the thing that somebody did care about, it wasn't met with the oh my God or a nothing like that. It wasn't a oh, I don't want to wear this. Okay, well then let's not find something everybody is comfortable with. It has literally been smooth the whole way. Okay, we like this Airbnb. We don't want it to go away. Who can send the money by Friday? Everybody was like, we sending the money right now. That's my kind of motherfuckers to be with. I'm good. You gotta you can have successful trips. This shit is crazy. Yeah, it's a no for me. Okay, next story. Rejection turned into a full blown crash out. Here we go with the crash out. Whew. My coworker. Oh. I'm telling y'all, when things get on my nerves lately, this nerve shit has been just really out of control. Not as bad, but here we go. My coworker is mad months after I rejected her. We work in the same hospital, and she asked me for my number a few months ago. We went on a date and we made out. I'm in my early 30s and she's in her late 20s. The next few days, she asked me for coffee and dinner a few times, but I realized I wasn't ready for anything serious, so I told her that. I was, it was ended respectfully 2 months ago, and she texted me a few more times about random things, and I thought we were okay. We didn't talk more or run into each other at work. But yesterday, out of nowhere, she sent me a I don't get to decide these things, and I'm a pussy with a small dick, and hope I have problems in life, and I need to stop sexually harassing coworkers for one night stands. Never happened with her or anyone. I don't even know where this is coming from. And called me a creepy fucker, etc. Oh my God. And she called me a few times too. I think she was drunk or something. Otherwise, I just can't fathom what happened. I'm worried this could lead to something worse at work. I did not do anything disrespectful, and I have all the messages between us where she's out of nowhere started insulting me and accusing me. Do I need to worry about this, or is there anything I should do? Like,
Run the HR. Run.
immediately,
Run now.
immediately, and file a complaint because that is not, she could not be harassing you like that. And if any of them happen to be at work hours, point that out. Yeah,
And
that's a
then start recording everything. Shit. The fuck?
don't record nothing. Don't pick up the phone. Only, yeah, don't pick up the phone. Can you block text messages?
I don't know. I think if you block a number, don't that block the messages?
I never block nobody. My guess is
Me
yes.
neither. I have never blocked anybody. I am such a petty individual that I would love for you to see everything. I am not gonna stop your looks. You keep looking, you looking, okay? And if you know me, you know all them lookings meant 1,000 different words, okay? Just keep looking, baby. Keep looking.
Agreed. So,
Mm-hmm.
yes, the answer is I just did my allergy pill, y'all.
It's okay.
Yes, you need to run to HR immediately. Print out what's or hand them your phone if you want to. You can hand it to them so they can see that it's true, but they'll see her side too because they are going to have a talk with her. The good thing is you guys do not work in the same department, so they could just request that she stays away from you at work, and you'll have it reported at the highest level because the highest level that you can do, and you can do. Oh, y'all work together. You can't do a temporary restraining order. Work is the highest level that you could have it on, but I would take it and send it to them because those accusations and things that she has told you, sexually harassing coworkers for one night stands, those don't even go together. So if it is a real HR person, then they'll understand that this person is coming for you. And in fact, they are actually harassing you and using words like pussy and dick. But she tied in work. You didn't tie in work. She tied in work. Hopefully, you're not her boss or nothing, or she's not somebody you shouldn't have been dealing with. But yes, you definitely need to report that right away because she said it. Her accusations are against you at work. You can sit here and sit on this if you want to, but if you do, you're going to be the one that's in trouble. Kind of like that person that I said the other day, that if she has not told the person to stop and instead shrugged it off or, oh, I thought X, Y, and Z, and the wife is coming to the job until you officially say stop, it doesn't do anything. So, yeah, yes, when you block them, they get, oh, okay. Then, yep, you need to block them. You need to block her right away, and you need to go to HR right away, and you need to make a statement right away and type it out yourself. Type it out yourself because they're going to interview you and they should write down exactly what you say, but you need to make a timeline. So you need to write it out. On this day, this happened, include the messages. On this day, this happened. Um, y'all could have made out or do whatever on your date. That's none of their business, though. Even if you had a one night stand, that's none of their business. Because sexually harassing a coworker for one night stands, how do you make them have a one night stand with you?
Right.
Those two don't go together.
Period.
The only way that that can go together is quid pro quo, this for that. Meaning you that's a part that is sexual harassment. That's one of the forms of sexual harassment. Or you inappropriately deal with them at work. But that's not what she's saying. She's saying she basically saying stop showing up with your haircut smelling good and looking like a whole snack so that they'll, be all on you. And then after you take them out a couple times, you don't want them no more. I thought you can date and then decide if you want to proceed or not in dating.
Mm. Oh yeah.
But it's really not a good idea to shit. See, this is called shitting where you're sleeping. It's
Oh
not a
okay.
yeah, because who knows who else has told her she's in her late 20s, she's still old enough. Who else has said that they've been on a date with you, or did a bunch of girls want you and she's the one that got you and now she's gonna look like a failure when she got to report it. Now, mind you, all of this is her business. That's none of your business. But depending on how somebody spins something, it did not turn out good. It's best not to date somebody where you work unless they're at a completely different office. Mhm. You messed up there, buddy. Don't do that no more. Y'all think y'all could do whatever y'all want to. You can't. It's not a good idea. What else is your any more advice for this young
Mm-mm.
man
Mm-mm.
who
Mm-mm.
has the right to say he
HR
don't
is the only advice. You need to go handle that right now before you be the one on the wrong side of the fence, sir.
how do you tie in the police so that if she says something? I wonder, is there a legal way to tie in the police in case she takes it
I
to
would just make a report about
the
I feel like I'm in danger, some type of shit. So it's something. It's something.
Yeah, I would visit my local police station as well and let them know because being accused of violating somebody is not a small charge. And women that use that as a weapon, that's insane to me. And so that means
And he
she's
has to protect himself.
absolutely,
So yeah, he needs to file a police report
yeah.
of some type of harassment, maybe. Um, but there's definitely some type. I promise you. Look up in your city, in your state. What can you ask Chat GPT? What can you do when people are trying to put you in a situation? And see what he come up with, and you use that, and you go on about your business, but definitely cover your tracks. And the only way you could do that is by making reports. So you're gonna have to go on and be a little snitchy snitch because it's putting your life in danger, and you have to see it that way.
I don't think people take things serious enough until the shit hits the fan and it's really bad. But if they would have did it at first, it wouldn't have been that man.
Because you can
So
have the track record, you can have the history, you can have the things that would cover you in the midst of your storm. But because they know you Negroes is lazy, okay, you're lazy. You're not gonna get it done until it's too late, and it won't matter. And all that you doing it, and all you got is this letter and us telling you what to do, and you didn't do it. My lord.
so you can call a criminal defense attorney and ask them what to do in your state. That's number one. So call them and ask them what to do in your state. Everything else is exactly as I listed. HR. Do not communicate, document everything, review the company policy, go to HR, avoid retaliation and communication. Isn't that what I just told you to do? 32 years of education actually just helped you, sir, for free. That's what I
Unbelievable.
would do allegedly if I were you. Okay, that one is easy. It's easy, but it can get complicated. I'm telling you now, sir. Do it immediately. And I did respond to that person and tell them that already because it's not no joke. And it's easy. The first person to say something is the one, and I
Who
hate that.
wins the case? It don't matter if they telling the truth or lying. Cause I can tell you, cause I went to jail. You understand me? Cause that girl lied and went first. And while I was sitting over here trying to make a police report, she was down there getting a restraining order.
And I think that's horrible. But what they have to do is protect the person that made the report. And you could only be in there while they're verifying things. Well, who wants to do that while the other person is sitting at home? And then they end up getting a slap on the wrist for saying, don't do that no more. But you have to sit in there. They don't even do the same amount of days as you or nothing. They just get told to leave you alone, blah, blah, blah. Mm-mm. I strongly suggest you go first. That way your shit is on file, especially if you're telling the truth. I think you should. So, next story. Oh, my head. Okay. Cheaters linking up like it's a group project. Here we go. This one is petty as fuck. Let me see if you find it petty. Here we go. I found out my ex was cheating with someone's girlfriend. Should I tell him? I'm guessing by this story that the him is the person being cheated on, not her ex. People do not know how to write. I promise you they don't. I recently broke up with my ex after a very unstable relationship. One of the main issues was trust. I caught him lying and asking other girls for nudes while we were together. When I confronted him, he downplayed it as a stupid mistake, said it only happened once, and promised he would try to earn my trust back. Of course, I didn't. Of course, it didn't work because I couldn't trust him anymore. We broke up, got back together briefly, and then ended things for good when I found out that during the first time we were together, he had been having inappropriate interactions with another woman. I went through his phone and found explicit content from a woman who looked very familiar, a very as well as similar content from him. So he was texting y'all the same thing. It seems like they had been exchanging intimate pictures and videos. Mhm. This happened right after my birthday, when he had told me I had zero reason not to trust him and that he was really making an effort for us to work and that I was the love of his life. Isn't that what they say? The thing
Hmm.
is, the woman in the video and pictures turned out to be dating someone I know. Let's call him Pablito. I'm not very close to him. We used to be in college, but not anymore. Although we do say hello occasionally when we run into each other at a friend's party or things like that. So I know him well enough that it doesn't feel completely like none of my business. My ex and her clearly cheated on Pablito and me by exchanging intimate content and who knows what else I'm unaware of. I have proof, the pictures and the videos. Oh my. But I'm really torn. Part of me feels like he deserves to know. Another part of me doesn't want to get involved in the drama or make things worse. What should I do? I forgot to mention my girlfriends, i.e., friends, really want me to tell him. I'm also second guessing myself because if I do, we're all in the same friend circle, and I'm afraid everyone will find out what my ex did to me. I don't want to feel humiliated, but at the same time, I can't stop thinking about how the other woman is just going on with her life while deceiving her boyfriend. What should I do? Mic drop.
Respectfully, mind your damn business. That's all. I ain't even got no extra for that because it's nothing extra to be truly said on that. Just mind your own business. Let life do what life does. Okay? Everything done in the dark come to the light. Mind your business. You ain't got to be the one to bring it. I don't know. Just mind your business. But that's my opinion. Okay.
I'm going to say pick a side. Either I'm gonna hand you back the story because you gave me a story. Now I'm going to hand you back the story as a woman, the way this story really should have went. This bitch assisted him in hurting me, and I want to get them both back. So I want to tell this other guy, since I have access to him, so that they can be hurt. My real problem is I don't want him to be hurt, but I want them to be hurt. And I don't want to be in the middle of it. Additionally, nobody must know that this nigga cheated on me. And I don't want everybody to know because I'm going to be embarrassed. Although, me personally, I've never understood why a girl would be embarrassed that she got cheated on. You didn't do nothing wrong. Why are you embarrassed? But you are. So you can either put your big girl pants on and be a bold ass bitch and say, I'm finna blow this shit up, or let it go. You only have two choices. And your friends knowing that you're partially afraid, let's just call it what it is, you're partially afraid, check your friends too. Because your friends should always want what's best for you. If that's not something you're comfortable doing, they shouldn't really want you to tell. Because if they're your friends and you just said this circle runs together, and at some point, probably all of y'all run together, and they could tell that they want you to do it.
Right.
Do whatever reason you do it, make sure that you do it for you and own the reason you do it for you. Don't all of a sudden start dropping hints. Don't do weird shit. I don't like coward shit. Throw the rock and stand there and wait for the motherfucker to land, or don't do anything at all and let it work out. Because it's not somebody you know. You don't know him. You see him. You know of him. And that is it. He has nothing to do with it. You really don't want the backlash. And that lets me know you're not bold enough. And it's nothing wrong with that. It's really not. But pick your lane and stay in it and let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go. I
Yep,
wish I
that's
could
on period.
let it go. I probably would let it go. I'm not even gonna front. I will let it go.
I would just wait and watch the show because that's all it is. It's a show. Watch the show. Pipe down, mind your business, and watch the show, my nigga.
Hmm.
Because it's definitely going to play itself out. And either way, if they know that that's your ex, they will then know what he did regardless. So be okay with the fact that he is a cheater. Hell, that's what he does. They ain't got nothing to do with you.
And
And you
apparently
can't
she is too. That's where I'm kind of confused. Like if they run together, then that must mean at some point they're all gonna be in the same space, right?
correct. So it's all too motherfucking weird for me. You need a new friend group, bitch. I drop all them hoes. Everybody
Because
gotta go.
if that's your boyfriend and you and this Pablito have been in spaces, then he would have seen you in the space with them at some point at a party or something. And then he would have had his girlfriend with him. I'm so at some point the train is gonna collide. So you need to work on being prepared for when he walks into space. It sounds like you guys are all in the same town. So somebody's gonna see them out together and see that y'all are not together anymore. I don't think that's a big deal. I think you're putting too much into it.
Hmm.
It
I
is.
think you ought to let it go.
Yeah. Because you said a very unstable relationship. You didn't say anything about I loved him. Um, we got along until we didn't. Um, you didn't say anything like that. Nothing about this screams that you love him. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just probably didn't date long enough, or it was a shit show from the beginning.
And
Yeah,
it's still a shit show now.
yeah.
So
So you, great. You got away from him, and now you can live your life. That was easy. Let's see. Last story.
okay.
This shit is weird. Hold on, because it clipped it. I really wish. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, it's good. I don't know why I remember this story being so much longer with, I think because it irritated me. I wrote the most on this one. This one is a work one. There we go. And I'm gonna find. What's the time? Yep, I got it. One more. Okay. Next story. It is you wanted the promotion until I got it.
Mm,
Yep. You wanted the promotion until I got it.
okay.
Okay. Coworker keeps pushing me to a higher position and I hate it. Listen to this story, okay? Here we go.
Hmm.
I work in IT. I think all people that work in IT are very strange. I do, but here we go. I work in IT. I don't have any plans for my career, and I'm perfectly fine receiving a base salary. That changed when Dwight was hired. He is older than I am and wants to move up ASAP. He positioned himself to the assistant to the supervisor, and I'm fine with that. One day, a position for junior development opened. Dwight told me, "This place will fall apart without me. I don't don't worry, man. I'll still help you with your task when I move out of here." We are not close, and his words didn't sit well with me. I decided to apply. I got the job. Dwight immediately went to me and asked what I did during the interview. He also wants to know my salary. I told him I don't care about those things, but don't worry, man. If you need my help, let me know. That's what happened. Hold on, let me know. For the next few years, he kept visiting my cubicle, chat for a bit, and ask what my salary is. We are not close, but I always make time for him just to piss him off. One day, he got a supervisor position and stopped going to my desk. A few more years passed, and I bumped into Dwight. Dot, dot, dot. Please hold 1 second. Hold 1 second, guys. What does it sound like already? He is an asshole. Oh,
It does. It sounds like it.
he is. Hold on.
It's cracking me up right now, though.
Because he don't. Who does that? Because he don't have sense. Hold on, guys. I had to move over to the bigger screen. Oh, I'm telling you, sometimes. Okay. Uh, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
I'm going to start over. I work in IT. I don't have any plans for my career, and I'm perfectly fine receiving a base salary. That changed when Dwight was hired. He is older than I am and wants to move up ASAP. He positioned himself as the assistant to the supervisor, and I'm fine with that. One day, a position for junior development opened. Dwight told me, "This place will fall apart without me. Don't worry, man. I will still help you with your task when I move out of here." We are not close, and his words did not sit well with me. So I decided to apply. I got the job. Dwight immediately went to me and asked what I did during the interview. He also wants to know my salary. I told him I don't care about those things, but don't worry, man. If you need help, let me know. For the next few years, he kept visiting my cubicle, chat for a bit, and ask what my salary is. We are not close, but I always make time for him just to piss him off. One day, he got a supervisor position and stopped going to my desk. A few more years passed, and I bumped into Dwight in the elevator. He said he just applied for a manager position. Yeah, I applied. That's an easy job for me since I'm already a supervisor. I know some people are not cut out to be a manager. You said you don't like upper management, right? Again, something about him just ticks me off. I lied and said I also applied just to see what it's like to be a manager. After I got home, I immediately polished my resume and applied. I got the job. Dwight once again started coming to my office and asked what my salary is. He even asked me to have dinner with him. He said he moved to another department and is now a senior manager. He didn't pay for his meal. I haven't talked to Dwight since our dinner. I don't like being a manager. I don't like managing people and office politics. I miss clocking out at exactly 5 p.m. and not having to worry about work. Lately, I've heard a director position will be open in a few months. That is probably way out of my league, but I may have to update my resume again and apply just in case. Dwight is getting on my nerves. I'm tired of applying for positions. What should I do?
Oh, that was a good one, baby. That was comical. I don't even know what to tell you. It's so funny. How about you stop? Because you keep doing things just to piss the white off, but it's also fucking with you. So, that'd be real funny how folks do that shit and it backfires. So I think you should chill. That's what the fuck you should do. You should take a chill pill, sir. You're disrespectful and that shit is petty. Like,
So
and
let
that's
me
why you
get
don't
this
tell
straight.
people when you're doing shit, Dwight. Shut the fuck up and just go fucking apply. The fuck? Stupid.
My question is, for years you've been doing this shit. And for years, you haven't noticed that this motherfucker is going for everything that you going for, that you're going for. And why do you keep asking him what he makes? That's
Like,
none
what
of
does
your
it matter?
business.
It's crazy work
Mm.
how people think shit they business too. Like, what the fuck? That's why he don't like your ass. And he keep taking out your pay raise.
I don't understand. But it seems like when he applies for something and he gets it, or Dwight tells him whatever it's going to be, he applies, but then something in another department is available. So Dwight just goes for that. And then Dwight comes back like, oh, we're on the same level again, big up to us. What are you doing? How's it working for you? Oh, I'm thinking about applying. I'm ready to go to the next level. And then he goes and applies for that, takes that from Dwight, but Dwight gets something else over here. Let me tell you something. You started off with um, you're okay with your base salary. You don't have any career plans for your future or anything like that. So you mean to tell me over the past several years, it hasn't been one, it's been several years that you have one taken positions that other people dream of. So you're fucking up somebody else's life and they are watching you do this. So if you think that the people in the office can't feel and understand, because you seem like an asshole and you seem very petty. So I'm pretty sure at some point it's probably dropped out of your mouth. You probably told the wrong person, and it's pissing people off. So you might want to watch who may have something pointed towards you. You may want to be a little bit careful because things come to a head at a certain point. Because other people are applying for that job because they want to buy a house, they want to start a family, it's their dream, things like that, and you're doing it out of spite. Everything you've done has been out of spite. Well, just so we're clear, you don't like office politics, then you for certainly can't be a director. It's all politics. And you clearly are doing things to piss Dwight off. You're actually a little bit deranged. And you wrote this. And I asked the person, are you real? I did.
Mm.
Because I started with, unfortunately, you're the one that has a really major issue. You do. What is wrong with you? Why would you do that? All these years you don't even want it. Your coworker keeps pushing me to a higher position and I hate it. I'd rather clock out at 5 every day. Go back down to that position then. Plenty of people do it. Plenty of people do it.
And why you talking about the money don't matter? It clearly does, and you clearly make it enough that make you do the job.
Or it's not that at all, which is worse to me. You are truly doing this to get on Dwight's nerves, like you said. You're
Mm.
picking at Dwight. That's crazy to me. That's really, really crazy to me. I have never, listen, I climbed the corporate ladder because it was a curse and a goal. After I climbed the ladder. My next position, I dropped down three levels down. I didn't want to do it anymore. I reached the goal. I did my job. I did it very well, but I did not like it. But it was a goal. How else? See, when you actually have career aspirations and goals, yes, you will do different things because you think it's what you want. You get in the role and then you see that you don't like it and you do something different. There's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you do your job while you're in that role to your fullest potential. And I would never tell somebody to act like a kindergartner and run outside and get to the one and only tricycle first and try to be in line first when you really don't care if you go first or not, but somebody else really, really wants it. Let that somebody else that really, really wants it ride that tricycle first. We learned that in preschool. And you're still being a complete, and you have the nerve in there to write in your response that you're petty. That's not petty. That's a full on asshole and you're a man.
That make you a bitch.
I was, I was thinking it. I was thinking it. You said the what they say. You said the silent part out loud. Yes,
Okay.
you're an asshole. I don't think you should. Don't become no director because that might be where your demise is. You could push a thing too far too, and God only lets us push things so far as hard headed kids, and then that might be the position that you get into, and your whole everything comes crumbling down.
Mm,
I wouldn't do that if I was you. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. And I probably would have never shared this story either. But I read it because people don't believe in corporate America that things like this happen. And when somebody will say they didn't even want the position, why would you do that to me? Yeah, well they got it, so it's no big deal. That's not the point. The point is that you do hear people. I have had some people that I've heard, obviously, because I worked in HR for 18 years. Um, you hear them say, "Oh, I really don't care. I just wanted to try it out." And then you see that person comes in with all the drive in their eyes and all the drive in their heart, and they really want that position. And you know that they would be so good because they're a sponge, they ready to learn, and they passionate. But that other person gets it because they're a kiss ass.
mm,
And because they don't strongly desire that position, upper management sometimes knows, oh, then they'll just do whatever I tell them to do. I want that person because they don't really care. That was going to be way too passionate. That's what
mm,
I've seen it happen to people, and I'd be like, "Y'all, we really doing this? I'm not. I'm not voting for that person." And then you watch the one that gets it, and they like, "Oh well, it was." They literally be on the floor like, "Oh, it was no big deal." At least fake it, and it really is no big deal to them. They're a stay-at-home mom that just wanted to come out and work. They're a trust fund kid that don't really need the money. But that person right next to him dream is to buy a house in the next year, and they really needed that income for their family, or they about to have a baby or something, and you watch them cry. You watch real tears come out of their face because they gave it everything that they had, and somebody that you get to listen to say, "I didn't even want it," is about to be your boss.
mm.
Oh, uh-oh. Can you guys see
That
me?
would piss me off.
I would think that it does. Can y'all see me?
See, that's how you make. Yeah, we can see you. That's how you make people snap,
I think so.
and
Oh, there.
that's why it be out of nowhere. Look, I don't know what happened. Well,
It
we
is.
can tell you what happened.
It is. And it changes the culture of that department and the environment. It can become hostile because that's also generally the person that the hiring manager or the director over that manager would say, "Hey, Asia, can you train them to do X, Y, and Z?" Because see, the other person was so passionate that while they was getting ready to work their way up, they've been doing different things to help and taking on extra things, just knowing, okay, if I do this and I shine, I'm gonna get the role. I'm gonna get it. I'm trying because I'm gonna get it. And then somebody else gets it for a very vain reason. And they don't know how to do it, but you do because you've been helping on the back end. So they ask you to help this person do this shit. And you
Oh, I
like,
ain't gonna be able to do it.
it happens. It happens in corporate America every day. It happens.
I
Yo,
just laugh. They'll get so. I'll be fired in no time because I would laugh a lot. Like I know you lying. And be like, "What? I can't do it. I don't know how to do that.
And
I don't
so
even know how to do that."
it took me into the third time to learn, to start saying, I don't remember. It happened to me several times. Several, especially as the only black girl. Several times. I trained somebody
Girl.
a AA and 5 years experience. I had 10 and a master's and had worked for the company for 5 years.
Mm-mm. I love you. Look, I love you, and I'm glad you had the
Because you gave me to do a
capability.
job. While I'm here, I have to do the job. That's why I'm
Yeah.
saying things you learn that you got to suck up because it's a part of it, right? Or you could be the, and it's always going to be that. You could be the disgruntled black girl who says, "Why would I do that?" No, you don't say, "Why would I do that?" You say, "Absolutely." And then when you train them with the, or you train them with the bare minimum. You don't train them with all the things you learned, everything that made your job easier for you. Don't train them with that shit. Let them get in there and sink and swim and figure it out. But train them with the basics. Get very creative once you learn. Once I learned, I got it. I did. But yeah,
I know that's real. Shit.
they fucked me over quite a few times. Mhm.
Girl, that would have made
Okay.
me angry, baby.
Oh, cried real tears. And I don't mean baby ones. I mean real tears hyperventilating. The last one. Uh-huh.
Mm.
Because the person they promoted was from IT, had no background, and decided to go back to school to get their master's degree and thought that I should do their homework for them as well. So,
Mm-mm.
next story, if I'm lying, I'm flying. It was three of us, Mexican girl and me. Me and the Mexican girl was Ebony and Ivory. She couldn't stand me so much she did not want my coworkers to come to my wedding. The president,
Oh, wow.
swear to God, the president had to call my friend and say, I know you and Asia are really friends. And Deb said, yes, we are. Go to Asia's wedding. And she came. Ain't that some shit?
Wow.
Still didn't remove that bitch who just did something like that and showed you that this is what she's doing out here while y'all out there. I'm telling you, it happens.
Mm.
Corporate America's crazy. So, next, last story. Am I the asshole for being bothered? My mother in law suggests we only wear our wedding bands at home.
Mm.
Your mother in law in your business.
What the fudgesicles?
Let's see. So, I need some outside perspective on this situation because it's been bothering me. The other day, my husband and I were casually talking with my mother in law when she randomly asked if he was wearing his wedding band. He showed her that he was, and she started questioning why we even wear them. She mentioned that she doesn't wear hers, which is totally fine, to each their own. I've never questioned her about it. But then she went further and suggested that if wearing a ring bothers him, especially since he works with tools, he shouldn't wear it at all. My husband immediately said it doesn't bother him. Despite that, she kept insisting that wedding bands aren't that important and even suggested we should only wear them at home and take them off in public. At this point, I really felt uncomfortable. I told her that a lot of people still wear their wedding band and that it ultimately comes down to personal choice. Hard stop. God said you're not supposed to take it off. Even if I take off, you guys know, let me tell you, I have 13 rings. I never take this off though. I don't give a fuck if I want to throw my husband in a lake and burn him alive. I don't take this one off. Okay, I did take it off one time for I think 2 weeks. It's none of your business.
Mm. Well, I ain't never put one on, so I hear you. What's up?
That's why it's a full circle. You're not supposed to. That's why it's separate from the. You're not supposed to take that off. I'm really surprised that a seasoned mother-in-law would say something like this, but okay. Um, hmm, okay. Let's see here. At this point, I felt really uncomfortable. I told her that a lot of people still wear their wedding bands and that it ultimately comes to person choice background. But she kept going, and I ended up walking away because I was honestly irritated. For me, wearing a wedding band is meaningful. It represents something important in my marriage, something I value and cherish. What really bothers me wasn't just the comment itself, but how comfortable she seemed dismissing something that mattered to us. US, both of them. Your son answered. This isn't the first time she's made comments that make me feel like our marriage isn't important to her. She often points out that we had a courthouse wedding instead of a church wedding. Oh, and it gives me the feeling that she doesn't fully respect it. It's confusing because she acts like she likes me, but comments like this make me feel unwelcome. Throwing rocks and hiding those hands. Afterwards, I talked to my husband calmly and told him how it made me feel. He pointed out that he did stand up for us in that moment, which is true, but he also said I was taking things too personally and I was getting too upset over something dumb. That part honestly hurt. I wasn't yelling or causing a scene. I just expressed that something bothered me. So now I'm wondering, am I overreacting here? Am I the asshole for getting upset about my mother in law, what my mother in law said, and for venting to my husband about it? Mic drop.
Okay, okay, okay. So listen, you you are only overreacting in the sense that you already said, and he said he defended you. So it's not like he was riding with what she said,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not like he took his ring off.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, he did not dismiss how you feel. He's saying, I solved the problem and you're still tripping. What is it that you need?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, you are slightly overreacting. You made your point. He stood by your point, and you still going through it, and you need to let it go because he don't stand with that shit. He stand with you. Chill out.
Mm-hmm.
She old. Let her have her moment. They do that sometimes. Receive it and keep it moving. How about you ask her why she feels that way? Because I didn't hear that in the story. Why does she
It was
feel
in the,
like you don't?
it was in the story. She said, I responded by the way, which was that was typing as you were talking. Um, She said, this isn't the first time she's made comments that make me feel our marriage isn't important. She often points out that we had a courthouse wedding instead of a church wedding, and it gives me the feeling that she doesn't fully respect it. So she brings up that they had a courthouse wedding instead
So
of.
maybe y'all should do a remarry when y'all get your money up to satisfy her. But other than that, just wear your fucking ring. C-
I would say, oh, this is doing a lot. I would say, mm, I would say, depending on tone, right? So, depending on what type of relationship that you have with your mother in law, if you respect her and you feel like that in every other area she's respectful of you, she welcomes you as a daughter in law and all of the things, then I'm going to side with the husband even more. So, number one, he already answered for you guys as a unit and as the head of that household, and he did not take off his ring. So that squashes it right there. If you are looking for the part where he tells his mom to stop talking, that's not going to happen. Um, but he did shut it down, and that should be enough. Do I think he should have called it something dumb? No, because it's not something dumb if this isn't the first time she said something. And you said that she said something about like where you were married or whatever. Maybe you can ask him to sit down and talk with his mom. Or if you're comfortable enough as the daughter in law, you sit down and talk to her. And I personally, though, I wouldn't ask why she feels that way because I'm not married to you. And I honestly don't care why you feel that way. Because that's then me having to be considerate of you when I make a decision in my marriage. And I don't want to set that expectation at all. Whatever you and your husband do is you and your husband's business. Because then if she would have turned around and got smart when she said, oh, me and my husband don't wear ours. And then if the daughter in law would have said, yeah, I think that's a problem in itself, then you would be upset. But she has every right to say that because you just told her the reverse of what she likes. And then if she told you the reverse of what you like and what you should be doing, then it would be wrong. That's why you're supposed to stay in your own marriage. That's none of your business, like at all. She doesn't have to get married in a church if she doesn't want to. Um, I would not have a wedding over again because anybody else wanted me to. That is a lot of work. I wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't care if you're paying for it. My wedding and my marriage is supposed to be about me and my husband. I'm not doing a single part for somebody else. Well, not
Period.
let me take that back. The whole thing for somebody else, the most important pieces. Now, within our wedding, were there things that other people did? It was mostly other people. It really was. My favorite colors are not those colors. My husband's favorite color was blue at the time. I did it for him, and because I like Cinderella, it worked. But the point being is that the actual marriage is all about you. Next, she'll be thinking she could tell you what to do with your kids, when to have them, and everything else. That's none of her business. And that, come to think of it, that actually makes it even worse. If you're saying that they got married in a courthouse instead of a church, and if you got married in a church, you know damn well you're not supposed to take your wedding band off. And the reason why you're not supposed to take it off. Since we following rules, ask her that next. Next time she brings it up, say, if you were married in a church, how come you're not wearing your band? You have to make sure to
Mm,
keep your voice and seem very inquisitive. I was just wondering. Girl, you better get some tougher skin. Because to me, is it that big of a deal? But I don't
mm-mm.
know if she's picking at you. I don't know if she's picking at you. Answer the questions and keep going. And if you have to answer them every time, then just answer them every time and keep going. Your husband doesn't feel that way. So that's all that matters. You don't see that lady every day. You see her every now and then. I don't understand why people, some
Give
people
a
just,
fuck.
yeah, they just need tougher skin to me, because life is it's a lot of things, right? And if those are the two things she keeps bringing up, then those are the two things I would just keep shutting down.
Period.
And eventually my answer would be, well, just like last time when I told you, it's the same thing. And I wouldn't answer it at all. Or I would change the subject. Oh, how are you doing today? Oh, why you guys wear your band? Oh, where's yours? I want to see it. See, because at a certain point, y'all gonna be woman to woman. It's not gonna be mother-in-law. If she keeps fucking with you, it's gonna be woman to woman. So in order to curb that, you're gonna need to pull her back over to the side where she respects you as a woman, not as the wife of her son, because those are all different things.
Period.
Sounds like you need to obtain that level of respect. So at some point, you're probably kissing her ass, and I'm gonna need you to stop. She's too
Period.
she's too comfortable, and it sounds like the son shut it down. So maybe something you're doing. I don't know. But are you the, what did you ask us? Are you the jerk, the asshole, the weirdo? No. You are not the asshole for getting, is she the asshole? You're not an asshole, period. Let's just start there. You're not an asshole. Would it be to, are you pregnant? Are you pregnant and that's why you got PMS? Because you acting real PMS-ish. Let me tell you why. Like, you're very sensitive about that. And to even go home and talk to your husband about it, I wouldn't have. I'd have been like, thank you. I would have just said thank you for answering that question. These rings are important to me, just as important as you. Like, I wouldn't have asked a question. I think I would have handled it different. Hmm. I don't know. What do y'all say in the chat? Somebody answer that question because I don't have an answer. I wouldn't have been upset. You know how many men don't speak up these days?
Right. Especially to their mothers. It's just like,
So, on that note, that is the last story for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it despite all the technical difficulties. Of me having to go over there and read a story and then come back and the camera decided to do what it wanted to do. Child, I cannot make this shit up. So that is our last story. What is today? Thursday.
yes.
Happy Friday Eve. So I will not see you guys again until Monday. Superb, superb. So that is it from me. Oh no, I'm supposed to start going live, huh? I did like
Hmm.
I was gonna start doing it. I'm such a liar. Y'all just look for it. When I pop up on the screen, that's what I did for this. I just popped up one day because the goal is for nobody to show up, and then I do it and I get through it. And I can say, see, I told y'all I did it. And then I can get the jitters out. Anyway, that is it for tonight. If you like the show, please subscribe, like the video, and share your favorite part. Comment down below. Des, where can we find you?
Everywhere. Y'all can find me TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Lemonade, YouTube, Snapchat. It's delicious with two E's. Designs by D. I'm here for you.
Thank you guys for joining Royals, and I will see you again when I see you, but for sure on Monday. Have an amazing weekend and a great night. If you haven't got your Easter stuff already, get it because Easter is next Sunday. So start preparing now. Tell me what you're doing for Easter. You know, gas is $8 a gallon, so my best guess is we're having corn dogs and celery sticks. But let's see. What are you doing for Easter? Share that below. Have a good night.